Welcome to Conversations with Saints, the podcast where we find divine inspiration in the stories of holy men and women. I'm your host, Francis Vale Caritas. Our guest today is a beloved figure in American spirituality, a man who demonstrates that the most profound ministry can be found in the most humble of places. He struggled in his studies, was ordained a priest with limited faculties, and was assigned the simple task of answering the monastery door. Yet for 40 years, this Capuchin Friar became the heart of Detroit, a compassionate counselor, a worker of miracles, and a living testament to the power of simple faith. He is the humble porter of St. Bonaventure's, Blessed Solanus Casey. Father Solanus, it is an absolute honor. Welcome to the show.
Oh my, the honor is all God's. I'm just a simple friar. Thank you for your kindness. Deo gracias.
For decades, your primary ministry was as the doorkeeper. To some, that might seem a menial job, yet it became the very place where God worked so powerfully through you. What did you find at that door?
I found a whole world, Francis. I found our blessed Lord. Every time that bell rang, I never knew who would be standing there. It might be a mother worried for her sick child, a man who had lost his job, or a soul lost in despair. Each one of them was Christ in a different disguise, carrying a different cross. It was a great privilege to be the one to open the door for him.
A privilege? That's a beautiful way to see it.
Well, it was. I was just a greeter. God did all the real work. The doorway is a special place, you see. It's a place of meeting, a place of welcome. And our dear Lord is always waiting to be welcomed into our hearts.
Your path to that door wasn't easy. You struggled academically in the seminary and were ordained a simplex priest, meaning you couldn't hear confessions or preach doctrinal sermons. That must have been a deep personal suffering. How did you accept that limitation?
Oh, it was a cross to be sure. But every cross, if we carry it with patience, is a gift from God. He knew I didn't have the head for all that complicated theology. My superiors were wise. By giving me that limitation, they freed me for the work God actually wanted me to do. I couldn't absolve sins in the confessional, but I could sit with people in the front office and remind them of God's great mercy. It was God's will, and His will is always perfect, even when our little plans go astray.
That spirit of acceptance leads to one of your most famous pieces of advice. You often told people in distress to thank God ahead of time. Can you explain that for us? It's a very radical form of trust.
It's just simple confidence, that's all. Confidence in a good Father. When we have a problem, we can either worry ourselves sick or we can hand it over to God. When we thank Him ahead of time, we're not telling Him what to do. No. We're saying, Lord, I don't know how you're going to solve this, but I know you love me and I trust that you will. And for that, I am already grateful.
So, gratitude unlocks His grace.
That's it, exactly. Gratitude is the key that opens the door for God to work. It helps us to see His blessings, even in our troubles. We should be grateful for everything. For the sun in the morning, for our food, for our sorrows, for our friends. Everything is a gift.
That spirit of gratitude and trust is so simple, yet so profound. You were also deeply devoted to the sick and the poor, establishing a soup kitchen during the Great Depression. Where did that special love for the needy come from? And how did it connect with your work at the door?
Well, they were one and the same. The poor souls who came to the door for a spiritual word were often the same ones who needed a bowl of soup for their bodies. You cannot comfort a man's soul if his stomach is empty. Our Lord fed the 5,000 with loaves and fishes before He fed them with His words. We Capuchins follow His example. To serve the poor is to serve the suffering Christ directly. It is not an extra task. It is the heart of the gospel.
And when people took your advice, astounding things happened. Countless healings and miracles are attributed to your intercession. How did you see your role in these events?
Oh, goodness me. I never healed anyone. It was their faith and God's great mercy. I was just the instrument, maybe like my old violin. The violin doesn't make the music, you see. It's the musician who plays it. I would just listen to their troubles, write them down in my little notebook to pray for them, and encourage them to have great confidence in God. He did all the rest. I was just a doorman.
For our listeners today who might feel ordinary, overlooked, or who are struggling with their own limitations, what final piece of advice can you offer?
Don't be afraid of your littleness. God does his greatest works through the weakest instruments. Be faithful in the small things God gives you today. If you are a doorkeeper, be the best doorkeeper you can be for his glory. If you are a parent, a worker, a student, be the best one you can be. Do your best and then trust God to do the rest. And always, always be grateful.
Blessed Solanus Casey, your humility and wisdom are a profound gift. Thank you so much for opening the door of your heart to us today.
God bless you. And don't forget to thank him ahead of time.
What a beautiful lesson in spiritual simplicity. Blessed Solanus Casey teaches us that our greatest weaknesses can become our greatest strengths when we surrender them to God. His life proves that no role is too small, no person too insignificant to become a channel of God's miraculous grace. All it takes is a welcoming heart, unshakable confidence, and a spirit of gratitude for everything. That's all the time we have for this episode of Conversations with Saints. Join us next time when we'll sit down with the brilliant philosopher and martyr, Saint Edith Stein. Until then, I'm Frances Vale Caritas. May you seek truth, and may you find peace.